Well, good evening once again, and on tonight's programme we're going to be playing you my own favourite 15 singles for the year, so that could be quite interesting. I think it might not be, but I hope you'll find it so. Also, the last broadcast of our Christmas mystery group. If nobody gets it now, I'm not going to play it again. I'm getting fed up with it. Your chance to win 5 LPs, a Christmas card signed by Stephanie de Sykes, a cheap alarm clock, 2 Top Gear pens, and 1 Radio 1 calendar. We're going to start the programme off, though, by playing you in its entirety our signature tune once again, because a lot of people write in and ask what it is, and they say they'd like to hear the whole thing. So here's the whole thing, Grinderswitch. Well, unless I'm struck by lightning in the next 54 minutes, you'll hear that again before the end of the night. That's our signature tune by Grinderswitch. It's called Pickin the Blues on an import LP, Macon Tracks. And a couple of people in the studio actually told me that was written by Elmore James, which is going to come as a very nasty shock to the members of Grinderswitch because they claim on the sleeve of the LP to have written it themselves. Anyway, number 15 in my personal choice of singles for the year, Peter Skellern and Hold On to Love. Peter Skellern, of course, and his big hit of the year, Hold On to Love, which is my 15th choice as well for the year. You can probably hardly wait, actually, until about 5 to 12 when I'll be playing the number one record, in my own estimation. And I'll give you a bit of a hint. I was speaking to one of the people in the band who made the record within the last week, and he asked me what time my programmes were on the radio. And yet, despite that impertinence, I didn't alter my opinion. It's still my favourite single of the year. This is my 14th favourite, and it's for Richard Newton, or for more particularly for his sister Dee up in Stockton-on-Tees.
Give the gentleman the best in the house.
Yes, sir.
I'll be back in a minute.
On a mountain in Virginia stands a lonesome pine. Just below is the cabin home of a little girl of mine. Her name is June, and very, very soon she'll belong to me. For I know she's waiting there for me 'neath that lone pine tree. In the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the lonesome pine, in in the pale moonshine, our hearts entwine, where she carved her name, and I carved mine. Oh June, just like the mountains are blue, like the pine, I am lonesome for you. In the blue ridge mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the lonesome pine.
In the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the lonesome pine. In the pale moonshine, our hearts entwine, where she carved her name and I carved mine. Oh June, like the mountains I'm blue, like the pine, I am lonesome for you.
In the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the lonesome pine.
And the fact that that is currently number 2 in the BBC charts indicates to me, at least, that there is still some hope left for mankind. That's Laurel and Hardy with the Avalon Boys, featuring Chill Wills and the Trail of the Lonesome Pine. I have now a rather personal message for any members of the Liverpool football team who might possibly be listening tonight. I hope they're not, actually, that they're all in bed and getting ready for tomorrow's game against QPR. But if you are up and listening, I'm supposed to be having a son or a daughter in the not-too-distant future, and I wanted Liverpool to be top of the First Division when he or she was born. I thought that was quite important, and the pig's been holding on to the chart now for about a week, and I don't think she can go on holding on a great deal longer. So if you can win tomorrow and go to the top of the First Division, we can get on and have the baby, and we'll be very grateful, so do the best that you can. This is Mike Oldfield, and my 13th... No, it's not. This is Mike Oldfield, and my 13th favourite record of the year. Single, that is, of course. Liverpool don't go to the top of the table tomorrow. I think we're going to have the longest pregnancy in history. Anyway, that's Mike Oldfield, my 13th favourite single of the year, in Dulci Jubilo, or if you like, in Dulci Jubilo, or even in Dulci Jubilo, some schools of thought have it. This is Joan Armatrading at 12, and back to the night. A skinny burlesque queen, that's Joan Armatrading, and number 12 in my personal favourites for the year, and that's Back to the Night. And here's that mystery group again. Don't forget, if you can identify them, then you have the chance of winning, I forget what it was now, 5 LPs and a calendar, no, not a, yes, a Radio 1 calendar and 2 Top Gear pens, an alarm clock, and a Christmas card signed by Stephanie de Sykes. See if you can tell who this is.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here comes Santa in his sleigh. Those silver bells, they sound so gay. His shiny sleigh is heaped with toys to give to all good girls and boys. No, not yet. With dolls and gollywogs and clockwork trains, prams, tin soldiers, and little model planes are all going to fill your stocking so long as you've been good. And I'm sure that you have, because you know you should. Middle eight.
Well, I don't have time to play any more of that, but if anybody wins it, then I'll play you the whole thing at the beginning of next week when I tell you who has won it. If you can identify the group, then put down your suggestions on a postcard and send them to me, John Peel, care of BBC Radio 1, London W1A 4WW, and win a whole pile of wonderful things. Fairly wonderful.
So don't forget it. It's just a silly phase I'm going through. And just because I call you up, don't get me wrong, don't think you got it made. I'm not in love, no, no. It's I'd like to see you, but then again, that doesn't mean you mean that much to me. So if I call you, don't make a fuss. Don't tell your friends about the two of us. I'm not in love, no, no.
Well, because I've been talking too much already, I'm going to have to fade that out there, I'm afraid. That's 10cc, of course, I'm Not in Love, and my 11th favourite single of the year. This is number 10.
Hey babe, look what you're doing to me now. Ever since you took to the silver screen and how you took my heart and broke it in two. Just tell me, what am I gonna do?
At number 10, that's Bob Sargeant on RCA with their first starring role. And for the first 6 months of the year, this record was my favourite single, but it got overtaken rather dramatically in the last 6 months and ended up at number 9. Very difficult, you know, making up these useful lists of favourite records for the year because, well, it took me about 3 weeks to put this one together, and I keep changing it and things, and I like the guitar playing on that so much that perhaps it should have been a bit higher. Anyway, it's at number 9, Peter Frampton, and that's Show Me the Way. And this next one is my 8th favourite of the year, Johnny Walker's favourite single of the year, in fact, and it's for Susie in Thames Ditton, with thanks for a very nice letter, Bob Marley and the Wailers.
No woman, no cry.
touchdown. And then Georgie would make the fire light as it was love would burning through the night. Then we would cook cornmeal porridge, of which I'll share with you. My feet is my only carriage, so I've got to push on through. But while I'm gone, I mean, everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. I say, everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. So woman, I'm crying. No, no, woman, not cry. Oh, my little sister, don't shed no tears. No, woman, not cry.
Well, historically, that could turn out to be the most important single of the year. In fact, that's Bob Marley and the Wailers, No Woman, No Cry, of course. Number 8 in my own personal top 15. And at number 7, a record by the only person to be represented twice in the top 30, Joan Armatrading.
Let me say to the depths of your soul, let me anchor as near as I can be to your shore. I'm coming in to try land, been a long time at sea, and the season of loving has long awaited me. Tides and waves have kept me going. I'm longing for the calm, I'm heading for the pastures. I can see on your dry land, let the sea that once did take me bring me back safe to shore. For I long to touch the dry land of your shore. Let me say to the depths of your soul, let me anchor as near as I can be to your shore. I'm coming in to dry land, I've been a long time at sea, and the season of loving has long awaited me. Tides and waves have kept me going. I'm longing for the calm, I'm heading for the pasture. I can see on your dry land, let the sea that wants to take me bring me back safe to shore. For I long to touch the dry land of your shore. Clear back to land I'm away. Clear the deck, let me touch your soul. I'll bring you back a gift of love, and I promise you so much more. Clear back to land I'm away. Clear the deck, let me touch your soul. Baby, I'll bring you back again, and I promise you so much more. Clear back to land I'm away. Clear the deck, let me touch your soul. Baby, I'll bring you back again, and I promise you so much more.
One of the very best singer-songwriters in the world, I think. That's Joan Armatrading and Dry Land, her second single to get into my own personal top 30. That's at number 7. Number 6 record was actually released in 1971, but never appeared as a single until this year. And interestingly enough, well, I think it's interesting anyway, the Pig chose her own top 10 singles of the year, and her top 8 coincided with mine, with one exception. She would have had this a lot higher, at number 3, I think. John Lennon at number 6, and that's Imagine, of course. And despite what other people say, I think this has been a great year for records, 1975, and I think from this point on, all of the singles that I've chosen would actually get into my all-time top 50. This is number 5, and I bet you knew it was going to be in there somewhere.
sailing, I am sailing home again, across the sea. I am sailing stormy waters to be near you, to be free. I am flying, I am flying like a bird across the sky. I am flying, passing high clouds to be near you, to be free. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Through the dark night, far away. I am dying, forever crying, to be with you. Who can say? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Through the dark night, far away. I am dying, forever crying, to be with you. Who can say? We are sailing home again, across the sea. We are sailing salty water to be near you, to be free. Oh Lord, to be near you, to be free. Oh my Lord, to be near you, to be free. Oh my Lord, to be near you, to be free. Oh Lord.
And you may have seen in today's paper that Rod and the Faces have finally parted company and gone their own separate ways. And I suppose that comes really as a great surprise to anyone, but it's very sad nevertheless, because although there may have been better bands musically, I don't think there's ever been a more enjoyable band, and I for one, very sad to hear it. Anyway, that's my fifth favourite single of the year, Rod Stewart of course, and that's Sailing, and at number 4, Roy Harper.
When an old gray kind leaves the crease, well, you never know whether he's gone. But sometimes you're catching a fleeting glimpse of a 12th man at sea in New York. And it could be Jeff, it could be John, with a new ball stain in his tail. And it could
and the ball has spied in the umpire's pocket away, and all remains in the groundsman's place for the rest of time and the day. There'll be one man dog and his master pushing for four with the spin on a dusty pitch with 2 pounds 6 of willow wood in the sun. When an old gray killer leaves the crease, well, you never know whether he's gone. Sometimes you're catching a fleeting glimpse of a 12-minute scene, and it could be Joan, it could be John, with a new ball sting in his tail, and it could be me, and it could be thee, and it could be the sting in the air, the sting in the air.
And that's Roy Harper, and a bit of a masterpiece there, I think, when an old cricketer leaves the crease. And none of my top 4 singles for the year actually were hits, and perhaps, well, I was very disappointed with all of them that they weren't hits, but I really couldn't understand why this wasn't, because I think it's one of the most joyous records I've ever heard in my life, my 3rd favourite record of the year.
It's of a gentleman soldier as a sentry he did stand. He saluted the fair maid with the waving of his hand. So boldly did he kiss her and he passed it off as a joke. But he drilled her up in his sentry box wrapped up in a soldier's cloak.
And the drums they go and rat-a-tat-tat and the pipes too loudly play. Fairly well, Molly me dear, I must be going away.
For I've a wife already and children I have 3. 2 was not allowed in the army and one's too many for me. She finally brought them shame, and she had the little militia boy and didn't know his name.
And the drums they go, rat-a-tat-tat, and the fight
And that's the magnificent Jack the Lad with Gentleman Soldier, my third favourite single of the year. And as I said earlier on, I had a lot of difficulty putting all of these in order, but there was never any real doubt about my top two. And at number 2 was this really magnificent record.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next song I would like to do, because it's my anniversary, and I would like to do it for my husband wherever he is. If you could see me now, the one who said that she would rather roam, the one who said she'd rather be alone. If you could only see me now, if I could hold you now, just for a while, if I could really make you mine, just for a moment, turn back the hands of time. Good night, everybody.
It's so good it makes me ache all over, that. Millie Jackson and Loving Arms, my second favourite single of the year, and of course that's on the album Still Caught Up, which really is an album which I think perhaps everybody should have. So there you have it. That's right up to number 1 now, and be interested to hear what you think really of this top 15. If you feel like writing in and telling me, you probably disagree violently, but this is my favourite single of the year.
She's a maid in
price of a smile. I know it's not easy to live this way. Just an hour and a fleeting kiss to the silent nights of wonders. Day breaks through the door so broken and torn reborn. Shadows thrown on the floor. Hold me now, go lightly. Take the rough with the smooth, a token of love, my love. It's made in heaven for you. It's made in heaven for you. It's made in heaven for you.
So there you are, that's my single of the year, Bebop Deluxe and Made in Heaven, and if you think that's good, wait till you hear the new album, which we'll be playing on our programmes as early as we can in the new year. That's the end of my top 15 and the end of this week's programmes. Next week we'll be featuring mainly old favourites in Christmas week, and of course each day of the week too, except for Christmas Day when I won't be here, and Nightingale and Simon Bates will be. In fact, we'll be featuring Viv Stanchel with Christmas at Rawlinson End, various episodes. Well, I hope that at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening that you'll be listening to Paul Gammaccini, of course, but that also Liverpool will be top of the First Division and that William or Lucy will be well on his or her way, and that you listen to our programmes next week. And thanks for listening to this one, which is produced, of course, by John Walters, as they all are. Good night to you and have an action-packed weekend.